All right. I think we're here. Are we here? What's happening? Are we good? Do we have everything happening and stuff in here? Yeah, I think we're good. What's good, people? What's happening? What's going on? Oh, man, what's going on with the feed? Is it kicking y'all out? I hope it's good. What's good, my people? Welcome to another week of Twisted Transitions. This week, I've got some good stuff for you guys, man. I really appreciate you guys joining me. I've got some nostalgic stuff, and I've got some interesting stuff, to say the least. It's been an interesting week. It's been an interesting last couple of events, and I can't wait to go ahead and close out the year with the last few events. And please, for the love of God, move past Christmas, because it is nuts. Really appreciate you guys, all of you who have reached out and have given such encouraging words off the past few videos that I've put out. A lot of you guys like the fact that I gave your spouses ideas for you to be able to get some gifts, to buy a DJ. Take it, use it, share it. It's all good. I got some affordable stuff and some higher dollar stuff on there. Take a look at it. And I can tell you that the response from why DJs hate on each other has been crazy. It has been crazy. People, I must have struck a nerve. I must have struck a nerve because people love that segment. And I just kind of came up with that because of what, you guys giving feedback, not particularly you, but I mean, other people, other guys, other DJs who give feedback. So I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. Just commenting, liking, sharing, doing all that stuff. You guys have been great. It's been an amazing year. And we are right around the corner from closing this year out. And we are only 300 followers away from 10,000. If we can just get those 300, that would be fantastic. Because I'm telling you, I've got a nice little curve that's coming as soon as we switch over to 10,000, and it's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. But I have to hit my goals first. I am goal driven. So I have to hit that goal first and then move forward from there. So let's do some housekeeping stuff real quick. If you guys can hear me and everything, please give me a thumbs up in the chat. Make sure my levels and everything are good. For those who are here, for those who are watching on repeat, please hit the like button. It just helps the video out tremendously. Please, it just takes 2 seconds to just go over or use your remote control. Hit the up arrow button or the up on the circle, go over to the thumbs up and just hit the thumbs up. They tell me I need to do that more. So I make an announcement at the beginning of each segment, each week on live stream, just so I can make sure that I do that and do my part. All right. So let's check the room out. Let's say what's up to some people here. My man, DJ G Kenny, what's happening? What's going on? DJ J Torture in the house. What's happening? DJ Adrian Esperanza. I think I said that right. What's happening? What's going on? DJ Fath, what's good? What's good? Welcome. Love the book club. Appreciate you, DJ Fath. DJ G5, what's happening? Appreciate you always being here. Day ones in here. DJ Fath says nostalgic stuff, maybe some college gigs. Oh, I think we've moved past those college gigs, man. Those guys used to tear up my systems and stuff, DJ Fath. I think I left all of those for you guys back then. If you want my college gigs, you're pretty much going to have to go to the past, some past videos to check those out. I may have like a college team event thing that I may be doing next year. We're trying to work out some details, but we'll see how that works. But probably not those college gigs that you guys love oh so much. All right. So everybody, all right, I got a thumbs up and stuff in the chat, so we are all good. So this week I've got some great topics for you guys, some stuff that just kind of came across, some stuff that I was looking at and it came across my mind, and some stuff I just came across just looking at social media. So I wanted to chop it up with you guys, but let's first talk about the events and everything that happened this past weekend. So this past weekend, I brought out the heavy artillery. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you did see that I did bring out the big setup as far as bringing out the whole board, bringing out the Rain 12s, bringing out the S11s. And I mean, look, this is not the ideal way I would like to set this up, but the spacing that I was given, this is all I could do. And I thought about this thing. I racked my brain on how I can do this because the dance floor is huge. Like, I would have loved to have had one more section of the dance floor like taken off, and then that would have helped me being able to do this a little bit better. I mean, it ended up working out well. I got some great footage and stuff. My camera ended up being like off to this side, all the way in the corner to the right, to capture some footage and stuff like that. But all my mixer and power and everything was over behind the facade and stuff that's right behind me here. and, bags and all that good stuff. But, and I also brought back out the shed lights. I had done some moderations to those to be able to see if they would hold up, and they held up. I must say they did hold up. But I did have to heavily modify those things to be able to hold up. I probably will use the 4Zs, the Focus Spot 4Zs from ADJ, this coming up weekend. But on this one, I did use the shed lights and they did okay. This wasn't like, as far as pieces wise, this wasn't like a crazy event, but I definitely wanted to get the table and everything out there so I can see if there was any kinks. And what do you guys think? You guys think that I had a kink and stuff since I fixed the laptop and the plug? Did I have a problem? Yeah, I had one. There was one point where there was a little hesitation and stuff in the music while it was playing. But that was it. And it was late in the evening, like almost about an hour before I was done, with the gig and everything. I had one little point where the music kind of backed up and stuff, and like it kind of did that skip thing again. So I'm curious as to whether or not it's going to do it again this weekend. But for the most part, it let me do everything I wanted to do. It was great. I did not have any complaints. Everything worked well. I didn't have any hiccups other than just that one, and I could hear it. They may not have heard it because they may have been, on that happy juice, but for the most part, everything went well. Now the roll-in on here was crazy because I thought I was going to be able to use the front doors. I thought I've been to this venue several times, and I thought the front door had double doors, but it didn't. It was actually the door, like if you could see the light that's over on this side, on the far side, that you could see kind of like outside next to it. Those were the only double doors, and the pathway was not as wide as the box that holds my table and everything in it. So that was a little iffy trying to maneuver that and keep that on the path without going into the grass. And that was crazy in itself. But tear down, put up, and take down. After I thought about it and stuff for a while, like I had everything in, after I thought about it, it probably took me about an hour to set this up and take down, just getting everything down, not out, but just getting everything down, bagged, and everything that it needs to be. For this particular setup, it was about 45 minutes to an hour as well. So can't complain. That was good. Was able to get the table and everything out myself. Did want to see if I was able to do it myself without an assistant, just in case my assistant, was not able to help me on some of these events, whether or not, I would be stuck trying to lug this thing. And I can actually do it, but I would probably prefer to have an assistant. But I had to test it out just so I could see. This was a big test. And one thing I will tell you guys is that I know I did a segment a while back talking about aesthetics and how stuff looks and whether or not coordinators and stuff like that would like it. And that could not have been more true and stuff at this event. The coordinator, the photographer, the bride, guest, all loved the table. I mean, absolutely loved it. They loved the fact that it's sleek, that it was just a clean look, that it was just, all white and everything on here. And I have another picture and stuff of it here. Hold on a second. Here's, let me see if I can move myself here. Move myself over a little bit. But, here's what it looked like and stuff from behind the table. And it's just clean. It's just really, really clean. And I could not ask for more than that. I mean, it looked great. I was happy with the results of it. You could see that it matched the venue's decor. Like they were doing some stuff with the ceilings and draping and all that stuff, and I didn't look terrible and stuff out there. One thing I would like to be able to change is to not have the wolf mix and stuff sitting, right here. But I'm the only one who knows how to control the lights. I don't have a somebody who can come in, an assistant that can come in and control the lights while I'm DJing. So I had to be, DJ, MC, and light guy. So I had to have all that stuff ready to go. So that's why you see the wolf mix and stuff on that stand. But it was great. I could not be mad at this setup. I was truly happy and stuff on what it looked like. So you guys always ask me, do I still have the equipment? And I do. I'm testing it out that past weekend and this coming up weekend so that I can bring it out more for 2024. So just making sure that everything is good. Everything's ready to go. So I'll be bringing this out again this coming up weekend. So yeah, and the party was pretty much a success. Almost had one malfunction. One individual decided he wanted to drink all day, and right where you guys see my laptop and stuff at, he stood right in front of the laptop, but his back was to me while he stood there. And we talked about boundaries on this show. We've talked about people, drinking and stuff. Why do they have to be right in front of me? Like nobody tried to sit their cup down, thank God, because that would have just been a quick smack right off. But the guy who was standing in front of me, like he had 2 beers in his hand, and every time he tried to drink backwards, like he would almost like pull it away from his mouth, and it was crazy. It was crazy. I had to tell one of the guests to please come grab him because I knew he was going to fall. Sure enough, right where right behind the area that's right behind my wolf mix that's over by that stand over there. He was backing up and he could not keep his balance, and he did end up falling just like I thought he would. But that could have been into my system, and then we would have had a bigger problem, a much, much bigger problem, a more expensive problem, a very bad problem. So it ended up being great. I could not have enjoyed it more. And today on Facebook, I had a throwback picture and stuff come up, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So, this was this past weekend, but I want you to see from my humble beginnings. This next picture is from 2014, maybe 13, and maybe even before then. Like it just says 2014, but it may even be before then. But look at the difference on what I used to look like when I DJ'd. Look at this. This is how my setup used to look. I mean, 2 speakers, 2 skirts, white table spandex skirt, a box, laptop on top. I mean, what do you guys notice from this picture? Like there's no mixer here. There's no CDJs or anything like this. I literally was taking I can't remember what it was. It was like a DJ 3000 mixer and using an old program. Wasn't even using Serato here, and mixing music and stuff pretty much almost with like the push of a button. Like that's how I started off. That's how I came into all of this. I mean, this right here. I mean, I look, I'm even wearing a vest because the company that I work for and stuff, like they had to wear, you had to wear a vest. You had to be dressed a certain way. Like it was crazy. But this is where I came from. Look at the Chauvet light on the table. I hate those lights. Look at the lights that are above me. Like I hate those lights, but I had to start there. So just in case you guys think that I just purchased these lights and purchased this setup just because I wanted to start off stuff. No, I came from humble beginnings. Look right in between the table, and the speaker on the side that's closest to the screen here. You can see a toad on the ground. There's a toad right in between the tables. Like, this is crazy. I don't even know what lights those are under the table, but I'm pretty sure they're off lights. I think I used to use them a long time ago. I don't know. I don't even see a microphone on the table, but like, I'm totally exposed and stuff here, but that was me. That's where I used to be and stuff. And then, this is what I was this past weekend. So look, if you don't think I've paid my dues, I have paid my dues. I have done a lot of stuff, bro. A lot of stuff. So, I saw that come on here. I figured I'd throw it on here for you guys so you can see it. But for all those who have been hitting me up, asking me, do I still use the Rain 12? Do I still have them? Yes, I do. Here they are. There you go. Man. So that was this past weekend. This coming up week, starting tomorrow, I've got a basketball game that I'll be doing for a local high school. They kind of got me on retainer, man. They have been hitting me up about basketball and volleyball games, just kind of playing some music for them. It just kind of gives me a chance to do something outside of weddings sometimes. I don't like to do a lot of kids events. However, I don't really have to make anybody dance. This is just sporting music. So just sporting events music. Keep it simple, but I can get creative and stuff with it, which is good. So I've got that tomorrow, and then I've got a wedding and stuff downtown Columbia. The place that I did that had the letters and stuff on the floor, I'll be there this coming up weekend, and this couple just wants to just have a great time, and that's all that I can give them, is just a great time. They did have me do a curated, not a curated list, but they had me create a mashup for them, which was, I haven't done that in a while. Like, it's an edited song. But they didn't ask me for too many versions. Once they gave me the song list, I pretty much put it together. They said, just make a couple of tweaks here. I did it. I did everything in Final Cut Pro, which is a lifesaver, because I don't remember. I think Audacity used to be the program that I used to use to edit, but it was kind of a little bit more extensive. But using Final Cut Pro is so easy, because I use it to edit my videos, so you can edit audio files and stuff in there too, and it just worked out great. So it was pretty fast, pretty easy, no issues, and hopefully they love it. I send it back to them, they love it, so they're just going to use that version. So let me drink some water here so we can get into some topics. You guys still with me? If you're with me, please make sure you give me a thumbs up in the chat there. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you can do so. Okay. Let's see what the chat says here. Michael Sin Soprano, what's happening, man? What's going on? DJ Romeo, great. Any setup remorse with the furniture? No setup remorse. Super clean review. Appreciate it. Those 12s look great. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Ryan Machad, you have a white skin coming for the Wolf Mix. I don't know, because the Wolf Mix is only shown whenever I'm using this setup, because all the other setups are always behind something and stuff like that. So I don't know. I probably won't. All for that time. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. Let's get into some topics, shall we? Love when we can do these topics, man. People, sometimes I strike some chords, and sometimes we hit and sometimes we miss on these things. All right. So I came across this next topic and stuff here in DJ idea sharing, and it was this company. It was like, I think it was called DJ Six Figures or something like that. Excuse me. And they were pretty much talking about what DJs and stuff should make per the level of DJ that they are, you know, from beginner to intermediate to advanced to expert. And they had like this, you know, these charts that I'm about to show and stuff on here. And I wanted you guys to take a look and see if you agreed with it here. Now, some of these numbers and stuff I agree with. Some of these I'm like, wow, really? So just take a look at some of these right here. Take a look. So, whoops, I forgot. I'm supposed to be pulling this up. Excuse me. So how much DJ should earn and stuff. Here's your DJ rates. So for a rookie, for 1 hour, it's saying that you're 100. You know, you would make $100, and then, you know, for 2 hours, 150, 3 hours, 200, and so forth and so forth. But I wanted to look at the bottom here to see what they qualify as a rookie. Now, rookies say no mic, no blending, no scratching, beginner level DJ. So for one full night as a rookie, they're saying that you should make $350. Now, I feel like this is a club price. This particular category I don't agree with, because I feel like these may be for a club. There's no way that could be for a wedding. Nobody's charging $350 to cover 4 hours or 5 hours of music. If you're doing that, you're missing out. You're definitely missing out. You're probably not ready for weddings and stuff yet if you're charging this. I don't agree with only charging $350. That's your whole Saturday. Your whole Saturday. So let's see. So for intermediate rates for 1 hour, everything goes up about $50 to $100 and stuff on here. So for a full night, it says it's for $600, and it says intermid has some mic, good blending, and some scratch. So I guess they're saying if you can do like a simple, you know, baby scratch or a chirp and stuff like that, if you have a mic, you know, maybe a corded one or a decent wireless one, or you can just mix songs pretty well, you should be paid $600. And I thought to myself, $600? Like, is this for a party? There's no way for a wedding that you could be charging this. But, I mean, 4 hours, usually in my area, I would say that weddings are usually from anywhere from 4 to 5, sometimes 6 hours, but average is about 4 to 5 hours. But I just couldn't imagine $450, you know, for 4 to 5 hours of work. Like, that's a lot, because that doesn't include, you know, setup, takedown, you know, all the in-betweens, all the jobs that you'll be asked to do in between. That's not getting your worth to me for intermediate rates. But if you're a beginner, I don't know, maybe this is a platform that beginners maybe could start out with that $600 price range. But still, like, if you're getting paid $600, I think you should probably be DJing for about, I don't know, maybe a 3 hour or 4 hour wedding or something like that. Ask for $600. If you're beginning and you're just starting out, I think that's more reasonable. Now, let's go and check out the advanced DJs and the pro level DJs and see what they say. Now, for 1 hour, $300, 2 hours, $500, 3 hours, $700, 4 hours, $1,000. Now, these rates right here for the, you know, full night, $1,200, these rates right here are the rates that I think that most of us, or most of the DJs who have been doing this for a while, should be charging. These are the rates that I feel like you should be paid for a wedding if you have at least 100 plus weddings under your belt, 50 plus. I even go as safe to say 50 plus weddings under your belt. You should be able to charge this now, because 50 is a lot of weddings. I mean, and I know some people do 50 a year, but that's 50 opportunities to get it right, to perfect, learn what works, do what you need to do, get it right. And now I think you should be able to charge for a full night $1,200. Now I'm hoping that the full night means that it went into that 5 hour range, so 4 to 5 hours. But look at what the description says. It says advanced, good mic, good blending, good scratch, and good with the crowd. When it says good with the crowd, I wonder, are they meaning like able to read the crowd well or interact with the crowd? Like maybe, because I don't see anything on here that says emceeing. I'm assuming that good with the crowd meant emceeing. But like reading the crowd, some good scratching, stuff like that, it's saying that you should be at that $1,200 range for one full event. But this one is what blows my mind. This one right here. Because I don't even know any pro DJs or radio DJs who are getting this amount as far as local in my city. Now, I'm not talking about the big name guys who have made a name for themselves stuff. I'm just talking about like you listen to the radio and it says, hey, DJ such and such will be at club such and such or will be at this event. You know, that's who I'm talking about, radio and DJ personalities. So for 1 hour, $800, 2 hours, $1,400, 3 hours, $2,000, 4 hours, $2,500, and one full night, $3,000+. And what's the description of a pro DJ again? Good mic, good blending, good scratch, good with the crowd, and celebrity exposure. So you have to have some type of status. You know, you've got to be somebody. You've got to, in their eyes, you've got to draw a crowd. When they say celebrity exposure, you've got to be somebody who can pull in X amount of people every night if you're going to do a club, or you're somebody who is highly recommended for weddings and stuff like that. If you're going to be a wedding or mobile DJ, if you're going to do a festival, you've got to have a certain amount of social media status and stuff for you to warrant these prices. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, that's not how that works. Most of the time, people are trying to give you option 3, but make you do option 4's work. Or people are trying to make you do option 2 and try to give you option 4's work. Because when you get to do like for a concert, you know, I've asked a couple of local DJs and stuff here that get to open at some of these concerts, you know, what's the average going rate and stuff, you know, for that, because I feel like, you know, that they would be able to work a crowd. They would be able to kind of get celebrity status because you're in front of a big crowd. You're the opener. You're in front of a huge crowd, and they know how to blend. They know how to scratch. They know how to match and everything. But they're like, yeah, they told me that, you know, I could probably make about $400 or $500. So that's option 2 at option 4's work. See, I'm trying to figure out, like, if you're option 4, you have to be a big name somewhere. You've got to have a full name. Like, you've got to have, every place we look, you're on like another level than the average person. And that's not even skill wise, because there's not a lot of difference between 4 and 3. There's not a whole lot of difference, but they're just saying everywhere that they look you up, you have to be on a certain level in order to be able to warrant these prices. And I just think that that's just off, man. For some reason, that doesn't sit well with me. I don't think there's no way that we should only earn that. I think if you've got a certain level of experience, if you've got a platform and stuff that you use, like you're on Twitch, or you put out, you know, videos, or you put out mixes and stuff on Mixcloud and all that stuff, I think that should warrant the status of these pro DJs. that just should, because they're not putting in as much. They're not carrying their equipment. They're not setting up their own setups. They're walking into stuff that's already set up where we got to set everything up. And, like this show was completely set up by me. I didn't have a crew come in and do this. That's why I feel like they're getting prices just based on the fact that they have numbers in social media. And that shouldn't dictate how much money you should make. It should dictate it based on your work ethic. If you've got a lot of content and stuff out for people to be able to take a look at and see that you're a good DJ or you're a great DJ, that should warrant these prices, in my opinion. But you guys let me know and stuff in the comment and stuff down below if you agree, if you disagree, if you think that these prices are outrageous or that's crazy. This was just by one company. It's not, it's not Bible. They're not saying that this is what it has to be, but this is their opinion. And I just saw it and wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. But let me know in the comments and stuff what you guys think and what you think that the true proper earning based on your level of expertise should be. Let me know that in the chat down below. Nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Whew. I don't get it. Plus, you got to sit there and think that that's based on area. That's based on, what you've done. I remember not too long ago, there was a event spot and stuff here. And the guy said that I can come in and DJ and we would do it on like Thursday nights. It was kind of like a repetitive thing, kind of like a college thing. And he was like, all I have to pay you and stuff is like $1,000. No. What'd he say? He said, you can make up to $1,000 if you can get my door to a certain amount of people, and your social media status has to be at a certain level. You've got to have like 5,000 plus followers. Like, this is the criteria that they were having me meet. Having 5,000 followers doesn't mean you're going to draw a big draw. Having 10,000 followers doesn't mean you're going to pull a big draw. Those people are just people who hit the button, who like what you do, but that doesn't mean that you're going to have them come out to an event. That doesn't automatically mean that you're going to, just because you have those numbers, that's just people who like the content. That doesn't mean that they're going to actually have like a full following. Think about this. A post, if you've got 10,000 followers and you put out a post, at most, the way Instagram and Facebook and stuff works, at most, you'll probably have 1,000 to, if that, 1,000 to 2,000. I'll be generous. 1,000 to 2,000 of your 10,000 followers will see that post. Now, whether or not they hit like and stuff on it will determine how many likes you get in that little box that's down there. That's why people who have millions of followers, or close to 1 million, only have like 700 likes. That's why people who have 10,000 followers only get like, a couple of hundred likes, because it's not shopped to all your followers. That doesn't mean that all your followers are going to get to go and do what you're doing. So, I mean, numbers and stuff are just it's stupid. It's stupid. It doesn't mean, that you're going to, that amount of eyes is going to see what you're putting out. You can grow it and get more eyes on it, but it's never going to be the number that you have that decided to hit that subscribe button. It will never be that. Otherwise, every time you put out content, every subscriber or follower that you have would hit that button. They would hit that like button and you would see it. So 10,000 followers should be 10,000 likes. 10,000 followers should be at least 9,000 likes. That's the way that works. So I don't know why these club promoters and stuff do it that way. I had another opportunity at another club. He was talking about social status and stuff too. So I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, y'all are doing it backwards. People will come if the music is crazy. people will go back and be like, that DJ was crazy. We're going back there next week. That's how that works. But everybody's trying to do this new age stuff, like thinking like, oh, if I put a post up that everybody's going to come to the spot that I'm at. That's not how that works. It's not how it works. But let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'm just ranting and stuff now. All right, on to the next topic. Ooh, sometimes I get into that little rant. I can't stand when I do that. I hate that. All right. All right. Next topic that I want to talk about is I've been running into this lately. My last 3 weddings, I've had to dive into what I call my emergency crate. What exactly is an emergency crate? Okay, an emergency crate is the crate that you have that is like if you are in a pinch, you are in a bind, you are in a situation that requires an immediate song, for multiple situations, that's your emergency crate. So let me tell you why I needed my emergency crate over the last 3 weddings. When I do my sit down and stuff with my couples and they've used the Vibo app and they've gone in and they've put down all the songs and we get to the part where it's like, okay, what type of intro music and stuff, or what intro song would you like to have and stuff like that to be able to do that? Or what type of, did you want to come into the same song as the wedding party? Does the wedding party have a song? What's the mother, son, and the father, daughter song? What's the garter and bouquet song? What would you like for that? And these couples don't know. They don't know whether it be one of those or whether it be multiple ones of those. And so my last 3 couples have all missed in the same category. It has been the introduction and it has been the mother-son dance. I don't know why, but all three in a row have all missed that. So like when I get to the event, like I'm waiting all week and I've sent out emails and stuff back to them just saying, hey, I meet with them on a Sunday or Monday. So I'm like on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm like, hey, we're just getting closer, just checking in to see whether or not you came up with those songs. And I don't get a response. Now, granted, I know that their week is crazy. And the last thing they want to do is try to think of a song. But let's not forget that they've had this Vibo app, or they've had this app for almost a year or 6 months or whenever, and it has just been sitting there dormant. And so when we finally get to do a sit down, nothing's ready. So, they didn't have the mother, son, and the father, daughter dance. I hit them up on Friday and they still didn't have it. Like nobody said anything. So day of, I get there. I don't have any songs in these slots, but what I do have is an emergency folder of songs for father-daughter dance, for mother-son dance, introduction songs, cake songs, exit songs. Like my emergency folder just consists of all songs that would be missed with these issues. So I was about to play, I'll tell you one of my mother-son dances. It's not something that Google recommends, but I just kind of take a common consensus. If I hear a song during my Zoom meetings that I just keep hearing, couples want to use this, couples want to use this, and it's not one of those Google suggestions, I will make sure I take that song and throw it in that folder. So one of them is oh gosh, I was supposed to write that down. I can't remember what the actual song for the mother-son dance was. Oh man, I can't remember. I keep thinking it's by Colum Scott, but that's a song for the first dance. I usually don't have first dance songs in this emergency folder. The reason I don't put first dance songs because that's a sentimental moment. I don't want to be responsible for your most important moment or your first dance as a couple. That's too much pressure. I could take mom and dad, but I can't take your first dance. I don't want to be responsible for that. And then introduction songs, I probably got about 12 songs. Like I got anywhere from Black Eyed Peas to T.I. to Get This Party Started by Pink, or, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I try to take new songs that are hype and stuff at the moment and maybe, stem it out, take the words out, and just play the instrumental and stuff of it. There's a song on the pop charts. Well, it was on the pop charts, but it's like feeling good like I should. That's a really good melody and stuff in the back. So I just take that song, drop the words, and I can introduce on that song, or of course T.I.'s, or I can do, Grove Street by Waka Flocka. If they're a really hype crowd, and I just have that. So I say all that because I just wonder if you guys have an emergency folder, maybe you had to fill in the blank. I also have fill in the blank music. If there was supposed to be something happening and it's not going down in a timely manner, I throw in fill in the blank music, something that would just get me by and stuff if they need a couple more minutes. If I've stopped the music and I said, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to do this song or do that song. And then all of a sudden they say, oh, we need like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, shoot right over to the emergency crate, or you could shoot over to your whatever you were playing for dinner background, where you were playing more upbeat music, throw that on and stuff for a little bit, or you can play a dancing song if you want to. Totally up to you. But I like to have an emergency crate to be able to have on hand, because it just takes care of a lot of circumstances. And I didn't know if you guys have that, whether or not you guys use that. Let me know and stuff in the comments and stuff down below, whether or not you guys have an emergency crate, whether or not you have to come by music very quickly. I have a lot of situations where I have to come by music. And one of the things I don't want to be doing is sitting there trying to, okay, let me get this. Let me type that. Oh, crap. No, it's not. Oh, weird. What's that song? I don't want to be looking for that. So it's just easier to just slide over into the crate and say, okay, this one. Oh, boom. Here we go. Drop it. Boom. It's ready. So if you don't have this, I would definitely consider creating this on your Serato playlist and updating it constantly, removing some songs and stuff that just kind of move on with time, and just entering some new songs. But keeping this up to date when you're preparing for your event it'll save you a lot of headache. Trust me, because I used to be this DJ. Oh crap, I don't have nothing to do. I mean, I've got Garter Bouquet songs in there too. Stuff that I come across and stuff that I hear that I'm like, that would be good for Garter Bouquet. I'll throw it in there too. And you can take a folder, an emergency folder, and break it down into individual layers. So if it's you don't have to put everything in the same folder. You can say, emergency Garter music, emergency bouquet, emergency intro, emergency father-daughter, emergency mother-son, and just label it like that. And then, collapse it all to just one and call it the emergency crate. Just as simple as that. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you guys would utilize that. I mean, I know I do. I always know where this folder is. Always. There's not a time that I don't know where this folder is, because it is highly used. Highly used. All right, let's see how the chat and stuff's doing. Oh. Serato needs to improve their search engine. Yep, this is what I do. It will save your butt. Absolutely. I use client requests for emergency a lot. Oh, okay. Grove Street. I got a whole lot of money. Yeah. All you got to do is just take the words out of it, and you got a whole thing. I mean, because everybody be rocking to it the whole time. I have one version that's already instrumental, and it just has it's a part, it doesn't say anything until it gets to, Yeah, it's a party, it's a party, and that's all it says to it the whole time. It only says that one little part in it, and it's perfect. So I can do introductions and stuff like that. Yeah, PV man, I remember them days. I didn't. Oh man, tough. Okay, so one last topic. Hope you guys are still with me, man. Really appreciate you guys. Oh man, I can't appreciate you guys enough for sticking with me. All right, one last topic. And this is an easy one. This is a simple one. I'm just curious. So, this past event, I got the chant, one more song, one more song, one more song. Okay, so I get this, here and there. It's kind of sporadic. I don't get it every single time. But people are mad that you got to turn off the music and stuff. Sometimes people are like upset, like they thought they were going to party all night long. Now I will tell you this coming up weekend, we would be partying a long time. But they kind of want that leave song, that song that just says, one last dance so we can get out of here. And, I've seen so many DJs use stuff like, time of my life and stuff like that. And that's cool. That's cool. But I don't like to end stuff like that. I like to end stuff on a note that is just as hype as the song we just got finished doing. Like if I'm playing a song and we are hype for it and people are like, whoo, like that's crazy. And I'm already like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll make your way outside for the leave and blah, blah, blah. And then they say one more song. Like I don't come in with something what I would consider to be cheesy or corny or something like that. I come in with a hype song, something I hadn't played. So a few things that you want to do, and this is just my opinion. You don't have to do it this way, but this worked for me. Okay. And you got to talk on the mic just a little bit because you got to make them think that there's a possibility that this won't work. So you got to make them think that you can't do it. So it's basically like you want to first lay eyes on the coordinator and the venue. You can talk to them before or like during the event while you're already playing music and just say, hey, if they ask for one more song, do I have time? Sometimes I just ask on the mic and stuff at the end. I knew this coordinator. I knew that she would give me she'll give me 2 minutes. If I wanted to play 2 minutes or something, I knew she would give it to me. And the venue wasn't a stickler and stuff either. So what I did was I grabbed the mic and I said, they were chanting one more song. And I told them, I said, I asked the coordinator, what you think? You think we should go outside? You think we should leave? And everybody said, no, don't leave. One more song, please, please, please. And I'm like, well, do you don't think we should go ahead and wrap it up? Like it's late and all that stuff. And you get people wanting that one more song. And then you just say, what you think? Can we do one more song? Coordinator's like, yeah, we can do one more song. And you say, bet. And then you just hit them with something. Now, me personally, for some reason, I didn't play Jay-Z and Kanye's Paris. I didn't play that for some reason during the course of the night. And it was so funny. I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And it's like, and it just, the place erupted again. It just absolutely erupted. And I think when you give a little bit of a build up, you're leaving like a lasting impression when you do the one more song. Now, it doesn't always have to be something like that, but I like to have something that's super hype. Like if you haven't used Grove Street is another great one to just leave on a hype note. Like you gotta have a folder or you've got to have a section for that couple that is like your one more song folder. And this is all based on your crowd. Like you don't want to, if they've asked for like 2000s pop or if they've asked for 80s music, you don't want to throw in, like crazy hip hop, but you don't want it to be cheesy. You want it to be something absolutely like explosive for whatever they've asked for, whatever they've danced to the most that night. But you want to be able to put that into a folder and just drop it. I mean, I think one time, I was doing 2000s hip hop crowd, and I dropped right above it Lil Wayne, and another time I dropped what was the other one? It was something with Dr. Dre. It wasn't still Dre. It might have been Explosive. I'm not sure. Whichever one he did at Super Bowl, I think that was the one. That was it. But it was, those go over real big. Now, I've also had situations where I have dropped, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of that pop one. There was one where we did, I cannot, man, I really got to start putting this stuff in my notes, because I thought about it at a time and I wanted to share it and stuff with you guys. But I would have just some pop bangers, some 80s bangers, not nothing like Journey. You don't want to, you can play Journey if you haven't played Journey, because Journey is a great sing-along, but everybody plays Journey. Everybody already plays Journey. So do something different in that 80s era, like play like Guns N' Roses or something like that. Like everybody plays Guns N' Roses, but nobody plays that for the one more song. So you do Sweet Child of Mine, it would be crazy. You can do Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen is another good one to end on, because that's a great sing-along and it's got everybody jumping when the music gets crazy and stuff like that. Like those are ways that you handle it, but you want to have a folder and stuff ready for this too. You want to be able to have a space for this, because you don't want to be digging in those crates looking for that one more song. You don't want to be digging in your dance folder that you just put together for them, digging for those songs. You want to have that already on hand. So basically, I just take that folder and always put it in the next couple's file every single time. And so I've got like, I'm just going to use two names. So Karen and Scott's wedding right here. And then I've got everything that I need for them. And then I take that emergency and that one more song folder and put it right in their slot and stuff too. And then when the next person's event and stuff is, I take that and take both of those and drop it down to theirs, so that I always have those folders. But that's the one more song folder, and that's the emergency folder. And you want to always make sure that you have these songs available, because this is what separates you from the other DJs. I mean, you've already killed it because you've got them doing one more song. You usually don't get that chant if you didn't kill it that night. You don't. And if you're only getting it from one person, don't play one more song. If only one person is just like, one more song, and he's the only one there, he's probably just intoxicated, he needs help to get home, just help him home. Tell him to make it outside, have a good weekend. But if you got the whole crowd saying it, and I think I caught it on video, I hope I did, that we caught it on video, you'll see that I did exactly what I just said and dropped it, and the place just went absolutely crazy. So let me know what your one more song is, what you usually drop. What's the last one that you did? Actually, that'll be the better one. Let me know what the last one more song, chant song you dropped was, and did it go over? Let me know that in the comment and stuff, man, because it's that season where people don't want to go home. They're getting closer and closer to Christmas, and they're like, oh, I've got to sit there and stuff until like 11 or 12. Like, please don't send me home yet. So that's how I would handle one more song requests and everything. So that's just what I think. Let me know down below your opinion. Let me know and stuff in the chat. Tom Green, you mean Tom Joe. You mean Lou Rawls, you'll never find. Oh, man. Queen, don't stop me now. Jump on it. Carlton Dance. New York, New York. See, New York, I can't play that here. I can't play New York. Nobody's going to do that and stuff here. But if you're up in the north and stuff up there, the Jersey and New York area, and New York City is your background, or people from New York, that's different. But of course, if it's a hip hop crowd, you got to play Empire State of Mind if you're going to do something about New York. So crazy. You guys are crazy, man. All right. That's all I had to talk about and stuff today. I'm sorry for taking up, I took up a good amount of time. Oh goodness. I'll tell you what, I'll do an additional 15 minutes and stuff on here. We'll go to about 8:15, 8:20. And I'll do a Q&A and stuff. So you guys let me know in the chat, any questions you guys may have. I'll go ahead and start answering those the best of my ability. And we'll do about 20 minutes of those, get that taken care of. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show and stuff today. We will be back next Thursday. I won't have any pressure on me next week because this week is the last. I mean, I guess technically you could say my New Year's event is in December because it's New Year's Eve, but this is technically the last gig and stuff for December. And then we won't have another one until New Year's Eve, which is another wedding. And then we get into the New Year's stuff, man. I have been talking to 2 DJs. I have one booked to come on the show in January, so that'll be great. I'll be able to talk. He'll be able to talk to you guys. And trying to solidify my guy. You guys probably have seen him and stuff, but as soon as we can just narrow down a time, I would love to have him next week because like I said, I don't have a whole lot of stuff going on next week. That would be great if I can nail him down. But we will have more guests and stuff coming on. Be able to chop it up with them and see what's up with them. But like I said, if you guys want to ask any questions, please feel free to go ahead and throw that in the chat. Just just throw the question in or put an ask in. We'll do that for 20 minutes and stuff on here now. All right, I see a question come through here, and just like I said, just throw it in the chat. We'll go ahead and chop it up. If you have to leave and stuff while I'm talking, it's cool. Appreciate you stopping through. If you didn't hit the thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button on your way out. All right, DJ G5, he says, how come Chinese lights aren't cheap anymore? Because, my God, these prices are just getting out of hand. Well, I think the Chinese lights have gone up because they have realized that people are willing to pay it. People are willing to pay it. We lost the element of man, these are cheaper, once they figured out that people are just willing to pay these prices. So you can slap whatever tag you want on there. I mean, look, DJs are buying stuff that costs, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 stuff like one of those Astera tubes, like $5,000, and now Both Lighting is selling them for $1,100 for 4, $1,500 for like 8 or something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, people are willing to pay it. What else can I say? People are willing to pay it. All right. TRBJDM_98. Hey, brother, can you talk about recording music from live streams into Serato? It won't let me make a mix if you want to grab music tracks from Beat Source or Tidal. Thanks. G shout out from DJ After Dark in Cali. I'm really not sure. I've never recorded that into Serato. I've never recorded anything into Serato, but I need to start learning how to do that, because that's how you make these mixes and stuff for these reels and stuff like that. The only thing that I've done has been recorded to an outsource using, my iRig, and recording it to a file onto your phone. That's all I've ever done. I've never recorded into Serato, but I will start doing that, and maybe I can create a tutorial once I have perfected it, because I will be, putting out some more reels and stuff in 2024. I might be able to get some out with what's left of 2023, but I honestly don't know. I honestly can't tell you. That's just one of those things that I myself haven't had the opportunity to be able to do yet. But once I know, you best believe I will definitely tell you. I will put a tutorial. I will do whatever I have to do. How much are both up lights? Well, the ones that I use, which are the SR something like that, and the IR4s, you can get 8 of them for like $500 or something like that. I want to say 500, something like that. Check out the link and stuff down below, G Kenny. I've got a link directly to both lighting. You can see all of the cost and everything for everything that they have. The link doesn't take you to one particular product. It just takes you to everything that they have, their whole catalog of lights. So check out that link and everything down below. I've got links for music, for record pools down below. If you want to get that first month of heavy hits for $5, that link is down below. Honeybook half off, that link's down below. Both lighting, if you want to purchase some stuff off of there, that link is down below. But yeah, definitely check everything down below in the comment section. It has everything you need for everything that I use and everything that, I do. Because I actually am going to buy a few more of those both lights, because I need another case of 6 so that I can have 24 up lights for 2024. Oh, 24 for 24. Yeah. That'll work. All right. You can't record streaming tracks. Okay. Copyright issues with streams. These guys are helping you out. Do you charge extra for furniture? Yes, I do. That furniture usually only comes with the gold package and the platinum package, but I had to work out some kinks on it, so I needed to take it out to the real world. That's why I'm using it for this past gig and this coming up gig. I'm taking it out so I can make sure it's perfected. Then it will only come out with the gold package or the platinum package, so that I can make sure that, I can be interchangeable. You got a basic package, you got a gold that usually takes the Rev 7, or the basic package can take the Rev 7. And then the only two I want to be able to use is either Rev 7 with the first 2 packages, or the last 2 packages with the furniture and the Rain 12s and the S11. That's what my hope is. That's what I'm shooting for. This gives me options. So you can not just record stream tracks. Okay, yeah, these guys are letting you know and stuff in here. All right, what's your thoughts on crate hackers? Thinking of freshening up my crates, but I'm kind of conflicted with the thought of not doing my homework. But working 40 hours and DJing bars on weekends is hard. I got you. I feel you. And it's almost like there's not enough time and stuff in the day. I have not used crate hackers and stuff at all. I haven't. I'm not familiar with their work and stuff at all. I have literally taken the time, and especially with stuff on like Sundays. Sundays, I know that's a lot of people's chill day, but if you sit there and just watch football and stuff like that, I have like a table that's usually about this high. I'm sitting on my one-seater, got my laptop and stuff in front of me, football and stuff on the screen up there, and I'm adjusting, reformatting, getting ready for this, getting ready for that. Like, I'm constantly trying to make it to where I'm adjusting stuff. So if I have to edit a folder or put stuff in the folder, like you have to find it. Like there's a gap in events and gigs and weddings and stuff like that, to where your work and your gigs have like just take a break. And that break is where you've got to do your adjustment. You got to buckle down and just say, hey, I'm going to dedicate this time to covering this. right after I get off of here, I'm going to have the game on right in front of me, and I'm going to work on some music and stuff with the Rev 7. I'm just going to do some practice and stuff because I didn't get a chance to today. So, that's what I'm going straight to it. So you just got to find that time. All right. DJ G Kenny, what platform do you get the best video response from, meaning views and engagement? I'm barely just starting my social media, mainly because what you said, the major companies believe you're a better DJ. Okay. So the platform that I get the most response from is definitely YouTube, but that's because I've built up my YouTube. So, I try to get to talk about topics and stuff that are engaging to folks. And that's what I'm learning with this platform right here. Like, this podcast allows me to take real life situations that I do and bring them to you guys. And then your questions and stuff on top of there lead me to make another topic and stuff about that. And then it's just like a recycle. It's like everything is just full circle. So YouTube, building a platform and stuff on YouTube, having engaging topics is what is the main option and stuff. Like, that's what I use. So I would say with Instagram, it's tough to get engagement from Instagram because I haven't figured out Instagram. Some days my stories get a lot of views. Some days my stories get like 10 views. I don't know. I don't know how the algorithm and stuff works on there. That's why I want to dive in deeper to Reels. I want to get into short form content as much as I can. Because you can get a lot of information from a quick short clip of a video. Really, really a lot of information. I've just been doing long form for so long. I've created almost 500 videos of long form content. And I'm just like, I may need to switch it up because I feel like I may be getting a little burnt out and stuff on it. So I would just recommend doing it that way. Building up something on YouTube. YouTube seems to be, or even Twitch. You can go on Twitch and you can have a podcast on Twitch. You can have a Q&A on Twitch. You can have a DJ session and stuff on Twitch. Whatever you would like. All that stuff. I mean, there's so many different things, but I would definitely say using YouTube has been the most lucrative and stuff for me. Hope that helps. All right, DJ G5. I got 2. Do you like BPM's new look? Yes, I do. Me, no. And how do I find music quickly on heavy hits? Because it's kind of confusing. Okay, let me tell you how I find my music on heavy hits. If I'm not looking for just one particular song, on the left-hand side, I go to trending and I go to charts. I think it's like new charts or something like that. And they have all the stuff that DJs download and stuff over there. So I use the left-hand side where it says trending, and I think it says charts or something like that on there. And that's what I use if I'm not looking for just one specific song. I rarely use that top 10 that's on the right-hand side because I don't like any of those songs, and I don't think any of those songs would ever pop. They don't entice me, but the charts and the exclusives and stuff like that on the left-hand side or the trending, those have some good ones. Like, I found a different version of Lovin' On Me by Jack Harlow that I will be using this weekend as opposed to what I used this past weekend. I just like the way it comes in and stuff on there. I can do more with it. I can be more creative with it. So just check it out again. Try it again. Michael Sinsoprano, what is your advice for buying your first set of speakers when you're just getting into DJing? I have got a video for you, sir. No, I did just do a video where it says the $5,000 DJ setup, but I would say Mackie. I would go Mackie speakers, just because it's just it's not really fully introductory speakers, but they don't break the bank. And they're still a reputable company. And I have dealt with Mackie even in the beginning when I first started DJing. I dealt with Mackie. So I would say Mackie would be a good starting point for speakers, and then just elevate yourself from there. Good question. DJ G. Kenny, does DJing on your days off, like during football, etc., annoy your wife? My wife hated it. Yeah, okay. Now, you guys got some good questions and stuff here. Yeah, so my lady, she hates it. When she she absolutely hates it, but she has to realize that this is bread and butter. This is if If I'm not at my best, we can't be at our best. What I would suggest for you is to either do it in the headphones, like you're mixing stuff back and forth. You could do it in your headphones, or you have to have your own separate room and stuff to where you've got, something that a monitor speaker that you can keep low and stuff. But yes, it does annoy the hell out of her. She hates it. But look, she's gonna have to look bread and butter. That's how we do it. And do you back up your crates? And if so, how? On a hard drive. I buy multiple hard drives. I have multiple 1 and 2 terabyte hard drives that I back up all my stuff on. Do I do it twice? No, I only do it once a month. I back up all 3 once a month, just to make sure that I've got it on multiple things, just in case a file gets corrupt or something like that. I've got 3 forms of it, so I back it up once a month on 3 different drives. The Incredible Wade just got the Wolf Mix. Was wondering, do you have any tips? Get ready. Get ready. Yes, I do have some tips. Watch tutorials. That's how I learned how to do it, to get a better understanding of how to use it. I think when I first got the Wolf Mix, I was just intrigued at the fact that I can control the lights, but I didn't understand what the Wolf Mix could actually do. And I'm still learning what the Wolf Mix can actually do. And it's great, but I only learned that because I was watching others' videos. So definitely type in Wolf Mix, and there's some guys on there who really, really break it down by using lights. Don't watch the videos that just tell you what buttons do. Watch the videos that the guys are telling you, by pressing this button, it makes it go here, and you'll get a better understanding, because I'm a hands-on person. I don't like when you tell me that a button does this, but you're not showing me that the button does this. So definitely watch the tutorial. There's one, I can't remember his name, but there's one, if you come across it in that search, there's one where a guy has the lights over his top cabinets and stuff in the background, and movers in the back, and he breaks it down beautifully. I would definitely check him out. All right. Yes, let's go Magic Bug in a second. That Trinidad in the house. Oh, no problem. Sorry, boy. Hush it. Little dude. Twin. I'm just kidding. Oh, love. Support you big time. Just trolling. I'm not sure who you are, my man, but okay. All right. So I think we're good and stuff, man. It was some great questions. Great questions. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and asking your questions. We're going to go ahead and let you guys get back to your evening. I really appreciate you guys checking out the videos. Remember, we'll be back next week, 7 p.m. EST, right back here, same time. Also, if you don't follow me on IG, all the behind the scenes stuff from this coming up weekend, and tomorrow and Saturday and all that good stuff will all be on IG. So check it out and stuff there first. I will be editing some videos, hopefully to have out for you either next week or the following week. So that'll be that. Always a pleasure. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out and stuff, my man. Appreciate you guys always coming through. And, I think that's it. If you got an event and stuff this weekend, I hope you absolutely kill it, because I'm going to try to put a hurting on these folks this weekend. But always much respect to you guys. See you guys next week. And make sure you're living to strive, not to survive. Peace, people.